Hi, and thank you for tuning in to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. We are on site in the great state of Minnesota this week. My family and I happen to be on vacation, and you may not know this, but Nabil and I were actually both born and raised in Minnesota. And so when we come home, it is so fun to go back to meaningful places and reflect and share memories with our children. And so this week, we thought we would do the same with you. All week long, we're going to be filming on location at important places in our past. And today, we're actually filming at my childhood home. This is where I was born and raised from the time I was born all the way up to 23, when I got married, moved out, and moved in with my husband, Pastor Nabil. Now, there are so many memories. I was just showing my kids, when I was a little girl, I was riding my bike one time, and I got off really quick, and I dropped it, and it hit the window, the side. Let's actually show them. It hit the side pane window of a window that goes down to my basement. And I lied, and I hid my bike, and I told my parents, I didn't do it. And they're like, who did this? And I didn't do it. And finally I confessed because I couldn't lie too long. And I am now 41 years old. This probably happened at least 30 years ago, and it still broke, okay? The window is still broken. My older brother now lives in the house, and he clearly hasn't gotten it fixed, but it's my fault. Maybe I should fix it. I probably should fix it. But anyway, so many great memories in this house. But the greatest memory happened in my bedroom as a little girl. When I was 3 years old, my mom was talking to me at bedtime about Jesus and about this man who died for me, who loves me, who was willing to forgive me for all the wrong things I'd ever done. Even as a 3 little girl, I already knew I'd made mistakes. And I believed, and I said, oh my gosh, I want to have a relationship with him. I want to be best friends with him. And so at 3 years old in my upstairs bedroom, I accepted Jesus Christ as my personal savior. And that one decision has changed the course of my life. It's what's taught me that I have purpose, that I can have peace and joy and forgiveness and true love from God. And so I just want you to take a moment today to reflect and to think about when you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal savior. When did you put your faith in him? What came about to create that opportunity for decision for you? And how has it changed your life? What a powerful thing to reflect on today and to thank God for his goodness and faithfulness. But I also recognize that there may be some of you, I hope there's some of you watching today who have never done that. And you're thinking, I don't have a date. I don't have a memory of that. Well, I want you to know that there is a Savior who loves you, that no matter what you have done, God died for you. He created you with purpose and with a plan and an intentionality. And knowing that your sin, your choices that were against his holiness, that would separate you from him, he made a way for you to be back into relationship with him. I want to read you just a few verses. It says that in John 14:6, it says, Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Jesus is saying, it's me. I'm the Savior. And then listen to what it says in Acts 4:12. Salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to mankind by which we can be saved. It is only through Jesus Christ. And finally, this is one of my favorite verses when it comes to salvation. In Ephesians 2, verses 8 and 9, it says, for it is by grace you have been saved, through faith. And this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. You see, I grew up, and even as a little child, I wanted to do what my parents wanted. I've always been a rule follower. I've always been a perfectionist of sorts. And so I wanted to be perfect. And sometimes with God, I can forget that he's never asked me to be. But it's by his son's perfection that I can be saved. And so it doesn't matter how good you've been or how bad you've been. It is by faith in Jesus Christ alone. If you have never made that decision, I encourage you to read through the book of Romans. It talks very clearly about how we put our faith in Jesus Christ. Also, please write some comments in the comment section of however you're watching this video, and I would love to personally reach out to you and talk to you about how you can accept Jesus Christ as your Savior. But think about that today. Reflect on that today. And I hope to see you again tomorrow for another Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.